to the Charmed Web Show. I'm your host, Tricia Carr. I'm a medium, animal communicator, empath, and energy healer. On this show, we discuss spirituality, magic, and the unconditional love of the universe. We welcome listener calls to answer spiritual questions and to offer live readings. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, everyone. I'm so blessed to be here with you today, and I'm very excited to welcome my very special guest host, Hillary Michaels, who is going to be joining today and also taking live readings. Hillary, thank you for joining me.
Hi, Tricia. Hi, everybody. My name is Hillary Michaels, and I am a professional medium, as Tricia said, and I am the founder and the owner of the Los Angeles School for the Spiritual Arts. And thank you for having me today.
I'm so excited. Well, Hillary is being very modest. Hillary is an amazing professional teacher and medium. Hillary has definitely been a big influence on my development, such a blessing in my life. She is truly my main teacher. I consider books and other podcasts and all kinds of, different readings that I've had and some other educations that I've had. Those are all teaching elements. But Hillary is most definitely the most traditional kind of teacher. I actually took many of her courses from the LA School for Spiritual Arts. And she truly was the one who helped me to open up to all of my gifts and to be able to connect with the relationships here and the relationships beyond. So I can't say enough about her. I'm just thrilled.
Well, thank you. What a nice compliment. It's been fun, Tricia. We've had a great time.
We so have, and just the what you built at the school, the community that we found together, and all of the support. It's just pure, love. It's really just wonderful. And what I love about Hillary's style, I think it was my last episode, I talked about empaths and highly sensitive people. And that was actually what I sought Hillary out for. She was teaching a class on, I remember it's like empath development or, something about an empath class. And so I had just kind of learned that about myself and wanted to be healthier as an empath. And one of the things an empath feels other people's emotions as though they are their own. So something I kind of clicked into place when I learned that about myself is that through all of the schooling that I've ever done, even when I was like in elementary and high school and everything, when I work with a teacher, I get blocked from being able to kind of make advances in the course at first because I feel the teacher's conviction about how well their method for understanding and learning something, how it works for them. And I think that that's how I'm supposed to do it, like so very literally that, and I can't because I have my own way, that I actually get blocked because I'm trying to mimic someone else. But that's not at all the case with Hillary. She just really knows how to reach inside and help to develop what you have genuinely, and just so much freedom and support. I can't. I'll stop bragging about you so we can get to some good stuff.
Well, thank you. Thank you for all of that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. So, and what we're going to start before we take all the calls that we have coming in, and thank you so much for calling in today. We look forward to connecting with you and answering your questions or giving some readings. We're just going to have a chat first because I have had some requests on social media and through the blog talk shows that I've been doing about connecting with your spirit guides, because it's come up a few times in whether it's in readings or in whatever I've been talking about. And so I thought, what a better way to address that than the person who helped me to connect with my spirit guides. I connected with my guides through Hillary's mentorship. So, Hillary, let's talk about connecting to your spirit guides. So,
let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. The question that I get asked, and I think probably was the one that I asked too, was just how do you connect with your spirit guides? What do you have to say about that?
Well, you just talk. You just open your mouth and start talking. They can hear you.
Right.
Your spirit guides are just like any other person that passed on, just like your family members. In fact, some of your spirit guides are family members that have passed on. So You could have a grandmother that you knew very well that is a spirit guide, and you could have a grandfather or a grandmother that you didn't know very well as a spirit guide. It just really depends on your certain situation. There's so many millions of various situations of your spirit guides coming through.
It's
and
true.
one of the
sorry, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, I was just going to say that one of my spirit guides is my great grandmother, who I didn't live on this planet at the same time as, so I really didn't know her very well, but she's an important spirit guide for me. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to connect with the future generations. They want to know who you are, and they want to make a connection with you and build a relationship. So it depends. I've had students that have had Kermit the Frog as their spirit guide. I've had students who had Obi-Wan Kenobi, all the different characters from Star Trek or Star Wars, whatever it is. And yeah. Sorry for you guys, I don't know much about TV. We've had some different situations, some really interesting and different situations where people have a lot of different kinds of guides. So you never know who you could have. You never know. A lot of my students, I know like this is a probably very religious topic, but a lot of my students do, when they first start meditating, do have a lot of Jesus visitations. So if you are somebody who has had that, it's completely real, and it's very common, and a lot of my students have had that in the beginning. So Tasha, your question was, I think I ran over your question, but
no. Yeah. How? How do you connect to your spirit guides?
So, you just write them a letter. You can write them a letter and say, hey, can I learn more about you guys? Can you come forward and introduce yourself to me? Or you can talk to them out loud. They're always with you. They can hear you. They know exactly what you're thinking, as scary as that is. They know exactly what you're thinking. They know exactly what you're feeling. And it is their job to help you correct any feelings that you're having, to make them more positive, to help you. They're all for you. They want you to have the best in life, And something interesting that I've found is that your spirit guides, they all lived, whether they were your family members or people who you didn't know who just been attracted to you, they all lived at a certain time in history when there wasn't that much available for them. So a lot of times you'll have like a grandfather who lived through the Depression, and they were struggling to eat. They had to live through the rationing. I don't know if a lot of you may know about the rationing that happened in the 30s and the 20s, and They want you to have so much better than they had during their life, and it's their job to help you. So they're willing to just come forward and tell you who they are. One thing, though, that you should know is that they don't want to scare you right away. They want to just come in slowly. So they might start showing you signs. You can have them show you signs, like maybe your grandfather will show you red birds, or your grandma will show you butterflies. You can ask them to say, when you're around, will you please show me this? Right. And they will, and you'll know it's them.
And it's so fun, when you get that sign that you asked for, it's just like the best feeling ever. It's really magical.
Yes, yeah, and they'll show up in a lot of different ways. A lot of times they will make strange things happen in your life. So maybe you were looking for a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you met that person just at the right time by coincidence or accident. And that's them. That's them showing you that they're there, helping you meet the right people and do the right things with your life.
Yeah.
And all you should do is ask. You just that's it. One way that they like to show up is they'll show up in your dreams, and you can ask them to show up in your dreams just as you're waking up, so that you'll remember it. And that's the best. That's the best way to meet them. I think it's less scary. If you're in meditation and you have someone's face just come at you or come up in your head, it might be kind of scary. But sometimes you'll run into the same name over and over again. Like if it's Abigail, if you have a guide named Abigail, you'll just keep hearing that name over and over again, and you'll say, I wonder what's up with that name. Why does that keep showing up everywhere in my life? Well, it could be a guide showing you that that's their name.
Right.
And
that's similar to how I met my great-grandmother guide. Something like that happened.
Yeah.
I didn't even know her name, but her name popped out at me one day, and I was like, oh, that must be like an angel that's with me. And then I learned like a month later, I started connecting with, and I realized it was a spirit guide, started connecting with her. And then over like, it was a month or two later, I happened to get on Ancestry.com and saw that was actually my great grandmother's name. And it was,
wow.
Yeah. Cause I
nice
don't know a lot about yeah, it was really intense. And I used actually before that, you and other people that were reading me, they were telling me you have a grandmother who's a guide. And so the grandmother who I was close to in this life, I would talk to her and she's like, yeah, honey, okay, whatever. But she wasn't like around a lot. She would come and like when I called her, but she wasn't there. And so I was like, oh, that's weird. Anyway.
That's too funny.
Yeah, she's like, I'm doing something else. I'm not the one. Sorry, go ahead. I think I interrupted you.
Polite about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. No, that's all right. I'm interrupting you.
So ultimately, what your relationship with your guides can look like is that you could have a pretty good friendship with these people. You can learn about their lives. They'll tell you about how they lived. They'll tell you their names and what they like and what they don't like. Sometimes you'll find that your style matches their style. Like if you like Victorian type things, maybe you have a guide that has had a Victorian life, lived during the Victorian time, and like certain jewelry that you like. Or if you had a guide that died or lived during the 70s or the 60s, you might like hippie stuff or, like big flowers from the 70s, different styles. So ultimately, you can have a really good relationship with your guides so that it's like a friendship that you would have in real life. And they can talk to you. You can hear them. You can, the ways that you can write down what they're saying through automatic writing. That's something you can learn from them. They can teach you different things. So one of my guides taught me how to play chess, which I thought was pretty amazing. I didn't know how to play chess before that. And it doesn't make a difference. Just because I'm a medium doesn't mean that the regular person can't learn this too. So
right.
You can definitely, everyone can connect with their guides. You just have to be open to it and let it in, and just know that they're there. Trust them that they're there. So I think that's all I want to say on that, Tricia.
Yeah, it isn't scary. I have a really close friend, and when I was sort of opening up to, my gifts as a medium and our other friend too. And so our friend is a very, very spiritual person, but she kind of had a crisis. Like, she called me one day and she's like, I don't want to see ghosts. And I'm like, you don't have to. You don't have to. In order to be very spiritual, you don't have to be a medium. Even if you're a gifted medium, like naturally, you don't have to accept that gift. You don't have to practice that. It doesn't, there's no judgment. Gifts are gifts. They're not like responsibilities. And however, if you are gifted, though, there is nothing more beautiful and wonderful than these gifts. It's not scary at all. So just know that that you're not going to be scared. If you are scared by something, that's not, that's not love. That's not your guides who are healed and who are coming from love. Right, Hillary? Would you agree?
I think that's a good point. A lot of people come into this thinking, I remember feeling that way too when I started. I'm afraid. What if I see a ghost? What if I see someone who's going to scare the pants off of me? It's important to remember that your guides know you very well, better than you know yourself, and they know what's going to scare you, and they know how much is too much, which is why they come in so slowly. So if they were to just show up, bam, and here, that would just like rock your world. I mean, you can feel their energy. And when you get we attract guides all the time, and we let go guides sometimes. But they're there. Your body and your soul knows that you have this certain guide next to you. It's like the chair you sit in every day. It's comfortable for you. You know it without even knowing it. Your energy knows that guide is there. So if that guide was to leave tomorrow, you would be up in the morning on the wrong side of the bed. They know what to do, and they know that you would be scared if they were to show up. So they come in very slowly and gradually. That's really how they work. And they're not going to scare you. They know what your limits are. So that's important to know. To just trust that they're going to do the right thing, because they're all for your good. They're all there for your happiness and well-being. And I mean, hey, you can see ghosts if you want to. If it doesn't scare you, that's fine. But another thing to remember also is your guides are from the highest love and light, and they're the ones there that they're always saying positive. They're always making you feel good, and they're always helping to encourage you. And that's how you know those are your guides. If something scares you or is kind of negative, don't acknowledge it at all.
Right. That is the best advice. Don't acknowledge it. And that is the best advice, is that if you don't, I have some, there are people that have all kinds of beliefs, and the people that have certain kinds of beliefs and engagements with darker stuff. And I'm not saying it does or does not exist. I don't acknowledge it, so it doesn't exist for me because of the law of attraction, because of the fact that we are energy. If I am not a frequency match to something that's dark, then it's not going to exist for me. That's just the truth. And so, if you're reaching out to your spirit guides or whoever that is non-physical, just if your intention is to connect with love, that is what you're going to get. That is absolutely what you'll get. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah.
And so do you think that it is absolutely necessary, important, or, in order to be connected and have a sort of detailed relationship with your spirit guides in order to advance spiritually? Like, do you think that you would be held back at all if you didn't have that, the relationship?
No,
it's kind of hard to answer because it's subjective, because you do have that relationship and I do as well. So
yeah, I mean, in my life, I feel like I have to, because this is my job and this is what I do. And, I do spend a lot of time alone, so it's nice having them around. It's nice having people that are people around. I think it's important to remember this. Your guides, when they guide you, they put thoughts and ideas into your head, and they've been doing this your whole life. They know you know what to do because they're helping you. And the best way to receive that guidance is to just be happy, to find your happy. I know that's so, just be happy. Be as positive in your life as possible, and always look forward to the good things that are coming, and always expect good things to come, because they do. Everybody goes into situations thinking the worst, and that's not the best way to go about your life. That's a really stressful way to go about your life, in fact. Your guides are always there to make those situations better. They're always there to create positive situations. So it's always best to expect that and to let them lead you in the right direction. So when you follow love, when you follow the things you love, like if you're looking for a house, follow the house that you love. Find the house you love, and that's going to be the house. That's how you know. If you're looking for a new job, follow the job you love. That's going to be the most abundant. That's going to be the job that pays the most, is the one you love. And it's kind of a different, kind of twisted situation, a different way of looking at your life and how to go about it. But that's how your guides are guiding you, is through love. What you love, what they're showing you. Hey, look at this. You love this. Do it. And that's how your guides are actually guiding you. So you don't need to talk to them. You don't need to really tell them anything. They already know what they're doing back there, and they kind of do it very well. They do it very well. And so it's best for you to just be open to it. And that's how you can
love. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you can best have a connection with them. It's just feel the love around you and just follow what feels good. Do what feels good in your life. And that's how you excel, and that's how you get out of cycles and heal and get into good situations. That's how we do that. Now, if you want to get to know these people who are around you, and kind of, it's kind of fun. You can get to know your guide who lived a long time ago, and you can find out more about your grandma who passed before you were born. I think building relationships with your guides is it's fun, and it's a nice thing to have, because if you have a especially if you're a medium, I think In my situation, I did have somebody on the other side who I loved very much, and that really helped me develop my mediumship because I always wanted to talk to them, and I was always trying to find a way to talk to them, and that really helped me with my mediumship. So I really attribute that to how I developed, because I didn't have this gift until my late 20s. So I think having those people on the other side and having a relationship with them, just like you would anyone in life, is very fulfilling, I think. And
I agree.
if that's something you want, you can have a relationship with someone on the other side, just like you have a best friend, just like you have a relationship with somebody here. There's no limit to what can happen, so be open.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I hope that answers a lot of people's questions, or at least you can feel, that sincerity and that deep, connection to unconditional love that, I can feel from Hillary. And our guides are all around us, all of us, and the people that are waiting on the line and people that are listening. So I love doing these radio shows because we come together in that fellowship with one another, the incarnate people, and then the discarnate ones, all of our guides, and of course angels. So we can go to the phone lines now. Hillary's a medium, and so if you want to connect with someone who's passed, or if you have a question about some life situation, we will, Hillary and I'll join in too, try to connect from, connect with the other side and literally connect with your guides to try to get those answers. So Hillary basically will listen to her guides who are helping her connect to your guides, and that way the information is coming from a higher source of love. Now, sometimes, mediums or psychic mediums use psychic abilities as well, and that's just basically reading you, but we really try to turn the attention and listen to the other side where, the healing is. So that's basically the process, and you can just let us know. Or if you just have another question about spirituality, about what it means to connect to spirit guides, or anything else. I love having conversation and taking questions about, like, what happens to us when we pass, or, do unicorns exist? Anything. So I'll call out your last 4 digits of your phone number, and we'll bring you on the air, and then just let us know your name and where you're calling from or where you're from. That's just fun to know. And then you tell us what you would like to talk to us about today. Hillary's going to take the lead, and I'm going now to, let's see, the last 4 digits of this phone number is 7410. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, guys. This is Tasha.
Hi, Tasha. Welcome.
Where are you calling from, Tasha?
Jersey.
Jersey. Ooh, that's a long ways away.
Yeah.
Tasha, what are you looking to? Do you want a life reading today, or you have questions, or what are you trying to accomplish today?
Wanted to see if I had any messages from, I guess, loved ones on the other side.
Okay. Let's see here. Do you have a dad that passed over?
Maybe.
Your dad didn't pass?
No.
I wonder if that's a grandpa. Let me see here. Tricia, you want to go ahead and see if you can find something for her? I wonder why I'm trying to find out who's around.
I do get a father figure. Yeah, I see a father figure, but I'm kind of seeing someone who's like an authority. I think I'm picking up on a guide, because this person actually looks like he's in a lab coat, like he might be a doctor or a physician or some kind of healer. I don't know if that's not someone you knew. I think maybe it's a guide. Does that make any sense to you, Tasha? Is someone you knew?
No, but I know my grandfather passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Did your grandfather raise you when you were younger? Did he spend a lot of time with you as a father figure?
No, not really.
It's interesting. We're both picking up the father figure. I'm seeing grandfather. Let me see. So he grew up in the South, is that correct?
Yes.
Like Georgia or Kentucky, somewhere around there. he's showing me that he does spend a lot of time around you, and I do see that he's currently trying to help you with your career choice. I do feel like you've been in school for a while. Is that correct, or did you just graduate?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yeah, it looks like you're right in the middle of it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do feel like you're chosen a health-related, wellness-related career. Is that right? It feels like being a medical.
I was thinking about going to medical school, but I
think that's why I'm
seeing.
That's why I think I'm seeing the guide that I'm seeing is in a lab coat. So he's in there helping you with that decision. I'm not sure if I don't think I'm getting the grandfather. I think I'm getting a guide who's like an authority. So I think we're getting two different, but
Tasha,
to the same end.
Yeah, I'm getting some messages from your grandfather that you're probably going to end up doing a medical type career. It feels like some kind of like an assistant or some kind of nurse assistant or doctor's assistant, something to do with wellness, and you'd be getting paid very well. And I feel like it would be a very structured job where you're working in the medical field. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it, but then I didn't want to go back to school because I've been in school for a very long time. But do you see what kind of medical?
Yeah, it does feel like you'd be working in a hospital, and you'd be doing some kind of like surgery, like assistant surgery, something like that. And he is showing me that that's something that he is really pushing you towards, because I do feel like also that there are bigger opportunities behind that. So it could be that you start out as an assistant and then you work your way up to a bigger area.
Can you am I supposed to go to medical school? Is that the route? Because I've been hearing that for the last 2 months, but I mean, it's like so many different routes. Like medical school could be like nursing school, or like it's not really specific.
Right. So let me go back to your grandfather. So he is pushing medical school. I do see he's saying that is possible. You can do that, and you're right. There are a few different routes. The thing with medical school is what he's kind of suggesting is that your confidence isn't high enough. Is what he's saying. He's saying you're not as confident. You're afraid. You feel like it would be too much work, or it would just feel overwhelming to you. And I completely understand that personally. But I think what he's saying is that he really wants you to push in that direction. So try and work towards that, because that's what it feels like. It feels like that's the right way to go. And that feels like a very abundant path for you. You, of course, could do something differently. I mean, you could go to nursing school or do something as an assistant, but he's very strongly suggesting medical school.
Yeah, it's been coming to me like a person, the path that I was going to go, like the school and everything. I met a person who was doing the same thing, and I just thought it was pretty ironic, but it's just like you know how you've been in school for a long time and you finally get a job and you get money and you're like, okay, I can't go back to oodles and noodles. So
have you been taking? I was thinking. I was hearing like you take a break. Are you doing that right now? You've taken a break from school and you've made you're doing some work. Is that what's happening?
Well, I finished school in another career field, and I'm doing something that doesn't make me happy. Okay. And I feel like I'm ready to get out of it, but I'm looking to my right and I'm looking to my left, and I need some type of income to provide for myself, and medical school is so expensive. I got to take the courses to get in it. It's like a process before getting in, because I never took the pre-med courses. Well, all of them. So,
Tasha, let me give you some perspective here. If you choose to do the medical school, all you have to do is apply and start working in that direction. And that's all you have to do. I feel like once you start the process, it's going to be a lot easier than you think. So I would just keep going in that direction. That feels like the right way. I feel like that's the right way for you. So if you just start, and it'll all come together, the job that will support you, the money, the financial aid, whatever it is that you need, it's all going to come together for you because that's the right way. And it's going to be really easy. Like it'll happen on its own. So just don't worry about it and just follow that because it sounds like you want to. It sounds like your guides are showing you the people.
Yeah, they come and they tell me in the shower, like I'm like trying to take a shower, and all I keep hearing is medical.
Well,
medical.
Well, see,
I'm
you're
like,
not alone then, so that you're not doing it on your own, and just take that help. No, I mean they're coming to tell you in the shower. Shower's a great place, by the way, to digress back to how to connect to your spirit guides. Shower is one of the really great ways, by the way. You just, shower, driving, those kinds of things. You're kind of meditative and you're open. But so know, Tasha, that you're not alone. It feels like you think I have to do this all on my own and it's hard. Maybe if you realize you're not doing it on your own, you have all this support and they're telling you and you can hear them, and that's what a blessing. And then also you can see, going to medical school is the beginning of your career. So if you just see, I know it's expensive, but you have to, you get the financial aid and then you do assistantships and that actually brings in income. I just know when you do higher education, it's basically just the first tier of your career. If you can maybe shift your focus to that. And like Hillary said, one day at a time, you just start feel that, know that support is there. And you could just even say, look, I don't know how to do this. I can't do it on my own. And they'll be there. And that they're like, oh, good. Thank goodness she finally asked us.
Yeah. What happened was I was doing it in undergrad. Like I was taking pre-med courses. And I kept failing the science courses. So I'm like, but, I wasn't really studying. I was partying, but I was failing the classes. So I was like,
maybe you're ready now. Yeah. You're probably, that was a different time, so maybe you're ready now. Yeah.
Ask your grandfather for help. He might be able to give you all the answers. He might be able to help you with those tests.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what can I do now for, because I'm miserable at work. And what can I do to get out? I don't know. I'm just looking for the answer to get out of that place. It's. I feel like it's killing me, literally.
Is it? Is your job real estate related?
Oh no, I just got finished doing that. I just finished the course. That was going to be like my way out.
Oh, you were taking the real estate course? You took the real estate course, and that's what you're doing that's real estate related? Because I feel like your job's going to be real estate related for a little while.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to transition over to that. That was going to be, if I'm in med school, that was going to be my job while I was in there.
Oh, that's a good one for school because you can make your own hours somewhat, and you can get those nice commissions. Does that feel good to you, Hillary? How does grandfather think that will be as a good support and also as a transition?
Let's go back to him. Because I think we phased out grandpa. I think he's just taking a back seat now. He's just like, whatever you ladies want to talk about, I don't know. He is, okay, let's go back to grandpa. Sorry about that. He is actually telling me that the real estate is going to teach you something that you need later on. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and keep working in that direction. I feel like it's going to be fairly abundant, and it's probably going to be a little bit better than where you're at now, because I feel like where you're at now is at like a call center, or I just feel like a lot of people with headsets on, and there's just it just feels like cubicles and
social services.
Oh, yeah, that's social services. That's rough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that can be heavy.
Yeah, you may want to. So just get out of that and see if you get the real estate feels a little bit brighter. It feels like you have more independence. It feels like it's just happier place for you. I think follow that. Get on your path of applying for schools. When you take money out of the equation, everything looks a lot clearer. So just remember that the money is going to take care of itself. It's going to pay itself off. So when you get out of school, you're gonna be able to pay it off. It's not going to be a big deal. So don't worry about it. I know everyone's complaining about their financial aid. I got those things too. the student loans I built up. I have expensive student loans too. It pays itself off eventually. You get a job, you get a career going. It's going to pay off. So just go in that direction.
At a time, one step at a time. You don't have to do it all right now. Right.
Ask your grandfather for help. He's there. He's helping you. He's in the forefront of your other guides. He's actually one of your main guides. And he sees you all the time. He knows what you're doing. He knows where you're going, and he's trying to push you.
He needs to bring a husband. Like, he needs to lead me to the husband so I can get the cipher. Help.
He's shaking his head.
Yeah. Well, Tasha, thank you so much. That sounds good to you? Yeah. Real estate looks good. Move toward the medical school, just one step at a time. You have your support there. And you have your support, and then believe in yourself. Sorry we sound trite, but it's all true. The simple stuff is true.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All
right, honey.
Take care. No.
Oh, please do. That'd be lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, keep us updated.
Yeah, bless you. I'm so not very good at the board yet. All right. Okay, so let's see. The next caller I'm going to go to, the last 4 digits. Let's see. We might only have time for one more caller. So before, and there's still quite a few people holding, and bless you. I'm so sorry. It breaks my heart that I don't get to connect with every single one of you. I would do an 8-hour show if my body would allow me, but I don't know if it will. And then it would probably still never end. I'd still have people calling because it's just so fun. But what I do want to say is that if you like my Facebook page, it's facebook.com/Tricia Carr Charm, and if you, I think you can sign up to the events too. And so I post when I'm going to do these. Then you can, if you go and you just give me your last 4 digits of your phone number on one of the posts, or send me a message through the Facebook page, then I will look out for your phone call the next time. How's that sound? Is that a deal? All right. So the next phone call we're going to take here, last 4 digits are 0907. And hello, you're on the air.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you. How was everybody tonight? Thank you for taking my call. I truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. My name is Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Boston.
Oh, okay. Boston. I heard it's really humid there today.
Actually, today was a beautiful day.
Oh, good.
We were actually cold in our office where we were all walking around like with blankets on and shivering, and it was cold. But the temperature is going to rise. It's rising, but I think we're going to have an early fall. I still say we're going to have an early fall.
Well, I'm sure it's lovely there in the fall.
Oh, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Well, my question is in regards to, can I ask a relationship question?
Sure.
How about you just tell us if you want, or you want us to read your relationship? Because it's better if you don't tell us anything.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please. It's more of a friendship relationship, and I like to see if this is going to get stronger and grow more.
Oh, okay. Lisa, is this somebody you met through your work?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I do feel that connection. What I'm feeling, though, is I feel like this is very good. It feels very good to me. It feels like you have a very good connection with this person.
Yeah.
And things have been going very well.
Mm-hmm. You two laugh together all the time, yeah? You're laughing and laughing together all the time, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is a good person for you. I feel like this is kind of like a soulmate for you. Actually, not kind of. I feel like he is a soulmate, and what that means is that this is somebody that has been planned for you to meet, and this is somebody you knew in past lives. Yes, you knew him in past lives, and you guys before you came into this world, you said, hey, let's get together in this next life. And so you are. And I do feel like this is a really good relationship for you. I feel like he really raises your energy and helps you find your love and your heart.
Yes.
It feels really good. Your energy feels like it's improved quite a bit since you've met him.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of attraction too. Like you two are really into each other. Yeah.
But we don't. The thing is that he has someone. That I know he's not very happy.
Yeah. No, I can see that. The light is dimming on that is what the image I'm getting. Like the light is dimming on that.
Yes. Are there children involved with that relationship? It feels like there might be a few.
You're like the third person that said that. He has yet to tell me anything. There's something here because you're the third person.
Okay.
So there's something
feels like
here.
There's some children involved, or there's some reason why he needs to stay in that relationship.
Yeah.
But I do feel that ultimately he will leave the relationship. It doesn't feel like it's going to be a very it just feels kind of doesn't feel like a good leave. It feels like a good exit. It feels like it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for him.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's money involved with the children. Like child support. So if you were to leave, he has to pay child support. So I think best for you to just leave that one alone and let things manifest on their own, because this person is meant for you, definitely. This person is a soulmate, definitely. So just let God do the rest and ask God for help with this. Pray about it, and that's all you can do. But it feels really good to me, and we like to just go with the positive, and if it feels like a good relationship, even though there is other things involved, like this other person and children that we don't know about yet, just go with it. Just let it go. But it just feels really good.
Because I know it's like we're on the friendship level. We're talking as friends, but I know that there is a draw. I mean, when I look at him and he looks at me, I mean, it's. I feel like I love him.
Yeah. I do see that you will be with him for a while, whether it be a friendship or I do feel like it's going to evolve further and to a more serious level, and I do feel like there's a strong bond between you that existed before you came into this life, and I do feel like you're going to be with him in this life for a long time. I do feel like he's going to be around for a while.
There is an age difference. There is an age difference.
Well, I think that's fine. I'm seeing past the challenges and just seeing the two of you just like, oh, that was just a challenge. I see you past it, and it's feeling like, I don't know, let's say if it's 10 years from now or something, how minor the challenges will seem by that time, But but the age difference.
It doesn't matter. It seems like it doesn't matter to him.
The age difference, is it something like 7 years? It seems like it's less than 10 years, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
Oh, that's nothing. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a grown man. He's 25, 26 years old.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what, are you 17? Because I always just assumed it was the other way around. Oh, yeah, no. That's fine.
So you're saying age is not a problem.
I don't think that's a big deal.
Listen, when you're talking about someone who's a soulmate, the age doesn't matter. Your body,
true.
You're just in a body. Your body's like a spacesuit. You're in a spacesuit, and his spacesuit is younger than yours.
That's true.
His spacesuit was made earlier than yours. Let's say that.
Because I look and I'm like, what would this young, handsome man want with someone who's older than him?
Oh, honey, 30 is not older, really. 30 is so young. When I was like 28, 29, 30, I kept getting all these young guys. I was single, and I kept getting all these guys who were like 21, 22 hitting on me, and I was like, seriously, because I thought I was old, and they're like, no. Like, they were seriously like, what are you talking about? Like, they feel the same. They think we're the same age, and now that I look back, I'm like, oh, that is pretty much the same age. I mean, strictly speaking, it has to do with all of the other things, the connection.
Yes. Yeah. That's true, because that's one thing that kind of keeps me like, oh, our age different. There's an age. There's a difference in our age. Okay.
No.
That's just a physical thing.
Okay.
He's not attracted to your age. He's attracted to your soul, and that's why he's so into you, is because you have that connection, and that's that's superior to everything that's involved here. So I think it's so important. You know, it's unconditional love. When you have a connection like this, there's unconditional love between your souls. And even though stuff happens in life, you know, sometimes we have relationships that are soulmates and they don't end up like they should because we get our fears involved and we get our things involved that shouldn't be. And it's our brain that does that. The stupid brain gets involved and it starts breaking up relationships. It does it all the time.
That's true. It was cool. I almost broke up this relationship because I'm like, you know what? It's like you're
thinking too much.
Thank you.
You just got to go with your heart. What does your soul want? Just ask your heart what it wants and go for it.
I know what my heart. I know what exactly. I know what my heart wants because I will tell you, we were around each other close to a year. I never saw him. Never saw him, and it's like all of a sudden, it's like there he was, and slowly we just started talking, and we just have. It's like you've been in the same company in this office, which is not a big office. You know, we have about maybe close to 100 people, maybe a little bit less than that, probably less than that. I never saw him. I have to see him on a daily basis. I never noticed him at all.
The time,
now's the time.
Now's the time. Well, it's good. And, you know, so just know that time is an illusion, too. You know, the spacesuits are an illusion and time is an illusion. So if he has some challenges and he's got to clean some stuff up, that's okay. We're talking about eternity. So just be patient and be present and enjoy what you have right now. But, like Hillary says, you know, when we're talking about eternity, so you don't have to force anything. It's all just as it feels lovely and you can feel what your heart wants, then that's all the right message.
Exactly. And I'm like, you know what? He is a grown man. He's over 21. So what is the problem here? You're not rocking the cradle. You're not doing anything that's illegal that where you need to go to jail. And it's nothing like
goodness,
that.
No.
This is
I don't even think
man.
that is even in superficial social kind of perspective. I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, seriously, I don't.
Right. That's true. That's very true. But I mean, I had to admit it to myself today. I'm like, I really love him. It's like when he looks at me, I can just see him. I mean, it's like I just feel his desire.
Mhm. Yeah, I can feel that desire too. So.
Yeah, it makes makes me warm. It makes my stomach, you know, flutter, and it's like I mean, I could just see him wanting to say, you know, can I kiss you, or you know, I want to hold you, I want to touch. I see that in his eyes, and sometimes I just have to. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I'm at work. Yeah, I'm at work.
Yeah, I think. Yes, that's what I have to say.
I think you had a relationship in a past life as well, and that also might be what you're also feeling. So your soul is very attracted to his soul because you've had that before.
Yeah. Yes.
So go with it. Go with it. Just go with it.
I will.
One day
I will.
at a time.
Full force.
All right.
It's about time. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this for quite some time, and I knew someone was coming because he was always in my dreams, but I could never see his face.
Mm.
But I knew that he was tall.
And you couldn't see him at work either.
Exactly. Yes. And then I'm like, okay, universe, you know, this is what you bring me a 25-year-old. This is really. Really?
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All yours.
Right.
Yeah, it's 20, 25, and 30.
Do you feel the same way about me?
Yes, absolutely. That's what we're saying. We feel that attraction. I feel that attraction, and you know, Hillary is picking up on the past life. I mean, it's a soul connection. It's you guys are just picking up where you left off. That's
wow.
Definitely. He's not attracted to you for any other reason than your soul. It's your soul that's bringing him closer. Yeah.
You mean it's not my body?
That's hard.
Could
he likes the spacesuit too. He likes the spacesuit too.
The soul is the number one thing. That's the number one thing. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Well, your soul made your body, so of course he loves your body as well.
Yes. This is wonderful. You're spot on. Wow, beautiful reading.
Good. Oh,
Absolutely
wonderful.
Well, good luck, Lisa. And just
good luck.
send us an email and let us know what happens. We have to know.
I will. Thank you for taking my call.
Keep us updated. No problem.
Beautiful. All right, ladies.
So nice to meet you. Bless you.
You as well. Many blessings to you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
All righty. Bye-bye.
That was really fun. Well, we are at the end of our
awesome.
out. It was so fun, yeah, and that was a really spot on reading. But she was just like oozing all of that. So, well, Hillary, would you like to please tell the listeners your website and how they can find out more about you and find you and all that kind of good stuff?
Yeah, so we have a great community out here in Los Angeles, and we do a lot of online classes from our school, and I think that's all we're going to be doing pretty soon. Tricia's teaching classes, and we have a couple of students who've been through the ropes, and now they're teaching classes for the school. And we're all just kind of geared up to do online classes. We can meet more people's needs across the country and all over the world if we are able to communicate through the internet. And it's kind of a pain to have to get, especially in LA when you've got traffic and all that, to get up on a Saturday morning and go to a class. But you could just tune in online. But yeah, we have all kinds of stuff going on. I do mentoring. I do personal mentoring, and it's been very successful with my students. I've turned out a lot of professionals with my mentoring program.
Oh,
and,
she sure does. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I also have a few classes here and there, but I mainly do the mentoring. I also offer readings. Tricia's on there. She offers animal communication classes. We have another teacher named Gina, and she offers psychic development classes online, and she's very good at that. So yeah, our site is laspiritualarts.com, and you can send us an email if you have questions or if you're inquiring about any kind of mentoring. I think, Tricia, you also do mentoring too, don't you?
Yeah, I've been doing mentoring and a sort of also just like helping people to learn about their energy bodies and do their own self-healing. I think that, as a healer, I'm really, my primary mission is to teach others how to self-heal rather than being dependent on another healer, which is totally fine. And we do have relationships with teachers and healers and all throughout our lives. But to really be able to find your own path, whether it's, that the professional path and the purposeful path, but then also knowing how to be in touch with your own spirituality and develop yourself and heal yourself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah,
Wonderful.
Check us out, laspiritualarts.com, and see what you can find that resonates with you. We also have a blog. We're going to have a vlog coming up, like a video blog, and we're going to have a podcast section. We're really starting to build up more and offer more to people who are just interested in developing their gifts online or out there surfing the web looking for answers. We're here for you. So check us out and check out Tricia's website, and I hope that helps you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, thank you so much, Hillary, for being on the show, for doing all those beautiful readings. And again, to those who we didn't get to, please shoot me some kind of contact on Facebook with the last 4 digits of your phone number. And I will do my best I'm trying to keep a log of those and to look for them as I go to the boards. I am planning tentatively, I should be doing this basically 4 o'clock on Tuesdays are the times that I'm shooting for, but just stay connected to me on Facebook. And also you could, Twitter, because I push everything to Twitter, and that's also just Tricia Carr Charm. And that way, when the shows are scheduled, if it's not on Tuesday at 4, you'll be aware of when they're going to happen. And then, of course, you can follow us on the Blog Talk Radio pages as well. They get announced there. So thank you so much, Hillary. This has been so beautiful. Thank you, everyone who listened.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Yeah. Maybe even next week, Hillary. Let's try to connect see if our schedule will line up again next week. That'd be awesome. Oh, and you and I are going to do some Thursday night reading, Blog Talk Radio show. We're going to probably do that in a week or 2 or something. We're going to do that on Hillary's Blog Talk Radio.
Thursday. I'm free.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I am too. And maybe we'll do those sessions where we just do a lot more just reading rather than and without a message in the beginning. Does that sound good to everyone, especially
Absolutely.
you, Hillary, because you're the only one who can talk back right now. All right. So how about that, callers? Yeah.
Yay.
We can. I'll announce it on my page, Facebook, and then just shoot me some kind of connection about the last 4 digits of your number. So. This was super fun. Thank you all. You're such a blessing to us. We can feel you. You're listening and you're calling in. And I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. I love you, whoever you are.